And a good afternoon to you from Brunswick Community College. Today on YouTube, it's Dolphins basketball as we have another scrimmage for you. It's Dolphins taking on Combine Academy. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be here with you. The election is over. Let's chill out and enjoy about 3 hours of hoops. How about it? The first 2 hours are going to be the scrimmage against Combine, and the way this is going to work is we're going to have 4 games that consist of 25-minute running clocks in each of them, about 5-10-minute break in between each game. Brunswick has been split in half. Combine's got 2 sets of teams on their own, and then the Dolphins have been split in half. They'll alternate. The clock stops for these scrimmages in the last minute of the game if the score is within 10 points. 25-minute game, odds are that might be the case. Team fouls do count. Personal fouls do not count. So we are on game 1, and for Brunswick, this is their blue team. And starting today for the blue team is number 5, Jalen Johnson, number 10, Christian Kuntz, number 3, Deontay Petrie, number 15 is Tylen Green, and number 23 is Josiah Shackelford. Starting today for Combine Academy, this is their black team, and these teams will be playing games 1 and 3. Starting today is number 0, Caden Hooks, number 1, Zahn Ozul, number 10, Najon Ward, number 12, Satoni Diedu, and number 15 is Jay Sean Moore. So that's the starters for game number 1 and game number 3. And game number 2, so I'm sure there's a lot of Brunswick parents wondering, okay, well, when's my kid playing? So I gave you the starters for Brunswick's blue team that's playing games 1 and 3 here right now. The other players on the blue team is Lance Anthony. We also have, who else? Cameron Barger, excuse me. And I believe that's everybody. So if you don't hear your particular person's name's called, he will be playing in games 2 and 4. And again, these will be running clocks. It looks like we're a little bit delayed here at the start with the, I don't know if it's the referees getting on the floor or exactly what the delay is. So let's just kind of run down a couple of things. If you were with us a couple of weekends ago, you saw the Dolphins win their first scrimmage against Bryan and Stratton. You can't tell certainly everything from a scrimmage because teams are not exactly going, to turn out the entire playbook. But what we did see was a very cohesive Brunswick team with a lot of new players in place. So those are all good things. Dolphins looking really good in that first scrimmage. Went on a run when we had those technical delays in that first half, late in that first half, and then we're able to push the lead out in the second half and cruise a bit to the victory. This is the second of 3 scrimmages here in the first semester. We will have one again next weekend at 1:30 p.m. Patrick Henry Community College will come to Brunswick. Then a couple scrimmages in early January of 2021, fingers crossed. Let's hope COVID is, we're starting to get a plan together at least by then. But Brunswick will go on the road for one of those scrimmages on the 9th of January. It'll be at Pitt Community College, and these are Saturdays. And then on the 16th, we'll have the scrimmage against Wake Tech here on YouTube as well. So that's kind of how everything is going to play out here. And it looks like the referees are on the court, and we should be ready to rock and roll here. Again, 4 games, 25 minutes, total running clock games. Will alternate the Dolphins, what is Coach Shaw calling it? It's the blue and white team. So right now it's the blue team. Combine, this is not unusual for them. They have several different groups of rosters, as it looks like Brunswick will control the opening tip. So Kuntz into the forecourt. Anthony, top of the key. He'll take it to the left side, scoop it off to Kuntz again. Kuntz with the hand in his face, in and out on the jumper, tip for the rebound. How about Shackelford taking it right away from Diedu and scoring? So early buckets here for Brunswick. So again, running clock here. We're not going to focus so much on the clock as we would maybe in a regular season game, as Trouble with the hands there for Diedu. He turns the basketball over into the forecourt. Kuntz gets the pass, throws it cross court. Catch and shoot three is up, and it is good. That's Petrie. So Petrie buries the triple. It's 5-0 in favor of Brunswick. Brunswick with some active hands defensively here in the early going, forcing another turnover. Combine's played a couple scrimmages themselves. A lot of foreign players on both rosters. This is a school that likes to recruit overseas. Talking to Combine as Shackelford missed. Scrum for the basketball. Green tried for it. He's tied up. Jump ball called, and I believe we're going the other way. 45 different countries across all the sports at Combine. And what Combine was telling me yesterday is that because of COVID, because now soon-to-be former President Trump had kind of said, okay, we're not going to maybe let internationals into colleges this year. That turned off a lot of the recruiting for international players from four-year schools. So Combine with even more of an influx of foreign-born players here in 2020, 2021. Hosea, now this is Kawa. So I had the starters all messed up there. My fault. Martin Kawa is number 4. He has the basketball. This is Johnson for 3. Missed it off the front of the rim. Kawa from the half circle. Gets it over to Moore from downtown. Can't get it to go. Shackelford hit it off the glass. It's tipped around. Hosea comes up with it, number 2. Johnson. Again, it's Moore. Blackwell in the corner. Swings it over Hosea. Good ball movement there, but just can't get the bucket for Combine. Green throws it ahead in transition. Same spot, same result. Deontay Petrie with back-to-back triples, and it's 7-0 in favor of Brunswick. We're about 3 minutes into this scrimmage. Game number 1 of 4. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but after these 4 games, stick around. The Dolphins are, as Hosea gets Combine on the board with a 3 of his own, the Dolphins are going to play a inter-squad scrimmage that will be 2 25-minute running clock halves, and we're going to stream that one for you as well. Looks like Brunswick has subbed early. That was Anthony setting up that play for the Dolphins. 9-3 now Brunswick into the forecourt. It's Darby. Hosea, high pass, able to recover. He'll back it out now. Hosea directing traffic. Anthony coming out to put some pressure on him. Kawa on the wing, takes the top of the key now for Combine. Here is Darby on the right side. Shot clock is at 2. And Johnson was aware, and Johnson with a nice bucket from top of the key. Anthony into the front court. Scoop, nice scoop by Green. That was beautiful offense by Green as he goes to the bucket. Tylen Green with that little fake. And let's see if we can't get the instant replay going for that one here. Watch the first free throw and then try to get this going. Still playing around with the instant replay, folks. Again, this is scrimmage time, and I'm using it too. Let's check this out. And it's still not coming in full screen, and it doesn't look like we got to play. Still a work in progress on the instant replay, folks. What can I tell you? Both free throws are good, though, and it's 11-6 in favor of the Dolphins. We got to figure out why it's loading like that. Okay. Into the forecourt now. They have it at 12-6 on the scoreboard there, so my scoreboard might be goofed up a little bit. So 12-6, inside 20 to go. 3-ball Kawa, can't get it that time. Shack with the rebound. Here comes Brunswick. Scoop ahead to Kuntz. Kuntz attacking, and Kuntz draws the foul. just because I want to play around with this some more. Hope you all don't mind. I'm playing around with my toys here. I'm going to attempt to do this again. Actually, I'm not going to have time. Instant replay is going to be my biggest challenge for this year. I really want to. There were so many highlight dunks last year that I just thought to myself, if we can get replays of some of these, man, that would be cool. But it's a little tricky to do while you're calling the game, keeping the score, and doing everything else. So 1 out of 2, 13-6 in favor of Brunswick. Another rebound controlled by the Dolphins. Out on the run, throwing it up and throwing it in. I believe that was Petrie again. Yeah, it was. So he's got 8 of the 15 now for Brunswick. 9-point advantage for the Dolphins, and we're going to get a foul called here on Kuntz. So Kuntz with the foul. As you can see, we got a running clock. If you're just joining us, it's 4 25-minute games against Combine, and then the Dolphins will scrimmage each other, as that bucket's no good. That was Kawa. Out on the run, Brunswick, and the bucket is good. Assist by Johnson. Kuntz with the layup. 17-6 in favor of Brunswick. This is the blue team that consists of Anthony Johnson, Kuntz, Petrie, Green, Shackelford, and Frohnbarger. If you didn't hear your son's name called, he'll be in the next one. Now we got a lot of college coaches again watching today. Shout out to all of them. I know everybody's working so hard. There was a college coach at a small college school that I follow on Twitter, and their season has begun. And just the logistics of the rules that everybody's under with COVID. Obviously want to keep everybody safe, but the rules that they're under, just trying to figure out food on the road is a challenge, according to what I saw this coach tweet. This is Caden Hooks into the game. Darby also out there. He wears number 25, Brent Darby. And going to the line is Moore on the foul. Brent Darby, 6'6", 220 from Cleveland, Ohio. That's my hometown. Shout out to the 216. I recognize the name. I said, Brent Darby, that sounds familiar. Brent Darby is the son of former Ohio State point guard Brent Darby, who was a great player at Ohio State. I think he's still in the top 30 in terms of all-time scoring and a lot of other statistical categories at the Ohio State University. So pretentious. He played professionally overseas, mostly from 2003 to 2010. Brent Darby passed away shortly after concluding his playing career. He had an awful time with blood clots, as Petrie, the rare miss from behind the arc. He had a blood clot in his leg, I believe, and ultimately passed. He was just 30 years old, and his son, Brent Darby, we see him there, number 25 in black, over on the far side of your screen. Carrying on that legacy. He's a big guy, too, a lot of size. He'll be somebody that certainly four-year schools are going to be looking at. I'm sure they're looking at him as we speak right now. Maybe my Cleveland State Vikings would like to get a local kid. Hint, hint. I'm always recruiting for Cleveland State. I love my Vikings. Here's a deep three by Moore off the mark. Offensive rebound, Hosea. Tip for the rebound. Frohnbarger into the game, and he collects. Going behind the back is Johnson. Throw ahead to Anthony. Scoops it back out. That's Petrie driving. And what do we got? Looks like it's going to be a foul called. So Petrie, who has 8 points out of the 17 already for Brunswick, is at the line. Deontay Didn't play it. Young and Harris coming to Brunswick. Everybody now in the NAIA has even recently approved it. This is a mulligan year for everybody. I don't think they have to. If they want to, just continue on and play 4 years, they can. But this is because there's so much uncertainty and things are getting so bad again that this is a mulligan year. So no eligibility off the board. Anthony off the steal. Scoops it too strong off the glass. I think that was Petrie again trying for the putback out on the run in transition. That is Jay Sean Moore from Detroit with the bucket. Looks like we're going to get another foul called here as Combine's starting to rack them up. If you're just joining us again, folks, there's no personal fouls. There are team fouls. Kuntz for 3. Can't get it to go. Nice box out. Diedu with the board. Hooks into the front court. Hooks behind the back. Hooks driving. Hooks drawing the contact. It's either on, I believe it'll be on Green. So you see the clock moving. 13:07 left to go here in this first of 4 25-minute games against Combine. And then don't forget, folks, after that we have the Brunswick intra-squad scrimmage. So both teams with 3 team fouls. As for Combine, Moore will inbound. Green is going to hit the deck, or hit the bench, and Shackelford will come back in. So here's Kawa. 4 against 4 on Anthony. May sends it over to Moore. Moore back to May on the screen and roll. May step back from the baseline, no good. Rebound Johnson for Brunswick. Open look 3 off the mark there. Hooks steps into 1, buries it. Caden Hooks from Kansas City. Blue Springs South is where he played high school ball. What a pass, and the dunk by Shackelford. All eyes were on the passer, and Shackelford, his defender left him. 3 ball way off. Anthony out on the run. Driving Johnson. Johnson gets it to go. Brunswick up by double digits. Right back comes, that was Kawa with the bucket. We have a timeout. Let's see if we can't bring up that dunk again on the old instant replay and see how this goes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is perfect. Perfect. What a play. Timeout. We'll be right back. That is the schedule for live streaming. Take it with a bit of a grain of salt. We're going to try to do some road games this year. I've got them on the books. Once the regular season starts in January, and of course we've got another scrimmage next weekend for you. Here's Johnson on the right side, excuse me. And the turnover there, steal by Combine. Into the forecourt, Kawa with the hand in his face, buries another bucket. So Kawa is starting to heat up. Nearing 10 minutes to go. Kuntz attacks, and a blocking foul is called. Diedu was in that restricted area. So more free throws to come here for Brunswick. Christian Kuntz, another Liberty Heights product, also played at West Charlotte back in 2017, 2018. He averaged over 11 a game. And he buries both free throws here. So Brunswick by 8. If we get inside a minute and it's still a single-digit game, the clock will stop. Right now it's running. Another sub, Zano Zul for Combine, wearing number 1. He's from Barcelona. Again, several overseas players for Combine. Kawa gets the rebound. This is more rejected. Those big, long arms from Shackelford as he gets that block. 24, plenty of time on the shot clock. And a throwaway. Throw ahead. Is it too long? Green corrals it. Throw ahead looking for Anthony, and that was doomed from the start. Ozul able to recover. Throws it a corner 3 by Hooks. Can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Johnson for the Dolphins. Johnson. Oh, what a pass. The back door, and Green with the two-hand jam. So Green, the beneficiary there. And answering right back again. Combine hanging around here. The correct score is 26-19. Anthony on the far side of your screen. Here's Kuntz, top of the key. Fakes, drives, looking for Shackelford. And Shackelford was out of bounds. Another sub coming in for Brunswick. I'll tell you about that here in a moment. About a 5 or 10 minute break between these games. We'll step aside as Brunswick will switch teams. That's going to be goaltending and the bucket for Hooks. Going quickly, Kuntz, yes, and the foul. Brunswick is attacking, being very aggressive here in this scrimmage. I want to see if we can't load up that block again by Shackelford. Let me see if I can get that going. Next opportunity for a whistle there. There we go. Into the forecourt now, Hosea. Davey Hosea from Minnesota. Diedu from New York. He's a good scorer at Washington Irving High School. 23.2 points per ball game. He was all state last year. As that goes out of bounds real quickly. Let's see what we got on the replay. I think this is going to be the dunk. Look at that drive, and you saw the defense come. Man, that was pretty stuff by the Dolphins offense there. So it was the dunk. Kuntz with the hand in his face. He's hot. He knows it. He's shooting. 31-21, Dolphins by 10, showing some trapping pressure. Moore, ball deflected on his pass. Dolphins with another steal. This is the bread and butter for Walter Shaw right here. Get the steal, get the run-out layup. That is Dolphins basketball. It doesn't matter if the roster resets every year. That is how it goes. Runner was no good. Put back by Diedu, no. Diedu blocked on the second effort. Combine stays with it. Moore from the corner. Yes. 33-23. We're nearing 5 minutes left to go here in scrimmage number 1 of 4 against Combine. Petrie, hot hand early. Miscommunication there as he throws it away. 22-game regular season schedule for Brunswick. Fingers crossed. That will start on January 22nd, I believe. Step back jumper by Diedu. No, correction, that was Hooks. Christian Kuntz with another bucket. Moore attacking, and Moore will go to the line, 4:20 and counting. Brunswick, that's their 4th team foul. We're keeping track of team fouls here in these 25-minute scrimmage games, but not personals. So have at it, boys. Play aggressive. This is Jay Sean Moore from Detroit, Michigan, and Ferndale High School. It's a program up in Motown City that has had its moments. Michigan's kind of an underrated basketball state. So's my home state, Ohio. Green with the bucket on the floater in the lane. Tylen Green averaging 16 points and 7.5 rebounds, shooting 61% as a senior last year at Sanderson High School. Moore with the bucket and the fouls. Again, Combine trying to keep it close. If we are within 10, one way or another, inside a minute to go, the clock will stop. Moore trying to complete the old school three-point play, in and out. Shackelford with the rebound. Here's Kuntz on the wing. He'll have himself a heat check. Oh, Shackelford flies in for the rebound and jam. What a play. Boy, Shackelford plays like a big man here out there playing with boys, doesn't he sometimes? 3-ball by Hosea is off the mark. This time, Green tried to throw it down. Let's see if we can't load this up real quick for you all, because we got to take another look at that one. Am I right? Or am I right? Let's see. Oh, man. I wish I could do that just one time in my life. We got a timeout. We're going to step aside. We'll be back. All right, back to action. Dolphins showing the press. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Game number 1 of 4, consisting of 25-minute running clocks. Oh, that bucket's going to go by Darby. Brent Darby Chance for an old school three-point play here. And he gets it to go. So Combine hanging around. 1:27 left to go. Now, Dolphins lead down to 9. So we might get some clock stoppages inside a minute here. That was Johnson bringing it up. This is Kuntz. Yes, again. You start to see some of the roles starting to develop here for Brunswick. You know, who's going to be that wing scorer? Who's going to be the three-point shooter? Who's going to be running the show? Who's going to start the breaks? Nice hesitation there by Hooks. That was pretty. Caden Hooks. That's all them Kansas City burnt ends. Goes right to your brain, makes you smart. Turnaround shot. Kuntz, yes again. Brunswick is on their way to an opening game victory. These teams will play the third game as well, so we'll see them again. Ball deflected, active hands again. Brunswick with the steal, and yes, reward the man. So Green gets the steal and the bucket. Kawa attacks, can't get it. There's Darby again. And that's going to do it. So Scrimmage game number 1 goes to the Dolphins 45-34. So we will switch teams. Both teams will have a couple minutes to warm up. So we're going to go away for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe at the most. And no, they got 5 on the scoreboard there. So it'll be a 5-minute break. We'll come back and give you game number 2 here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. So, something's kind of strange here. I was under the impression that Combine was bringing two different teams. I didn't see anybody leave for Combine. And I'm just kind of looking, and this looks like it's the exact same team that played in the first one. So, I guess Combine only brought one team. I don't know if there's any Combine people watching on the YouTube chat, but feel free to let me know. So, that kind of messes me up a little bit here, but the Dolphins are switching out. So let's run down the starters. It's number 1, Reese McDonald. Number 12 is Austin Haddon. Number 13, Brandon Johnson. Number 14, Trey Cousins. Number 30 is Jarian Hancock. Number 35 is Skylar Davies. Is that, yeah. Correction on that. I don't think Skylar Davies is in the lineup today. So I think I also gave you 6 guys. It's Trey Cousin attacks. So I believe that this is the same unit for Combine. They must have only brought one team. This scrimmage, as of even up until yesterday evening, was supposed to be a little bit different than it is. So I'm guessing that that's the reason why. So new set for the Dolphins here in game number 2. Brunswick won game number 1, 45-34. If you're just joining us, it's 4 25-minute games with a running clock unless the score is within 10. And speaking of the score, I need to reset that for you guys as we get 1 out of 2 at the line. So Brunswick is on the board. Reese McDonald able to knock that off of hooks for Combine. So Brunswick gets the turnover. Ball off the mark there by Cousin. Offensive rebound by Haddon. Reese throws it underneath. Dunk no good. Offensive rebound Johnson. McDonald gets it back over. Trey Cousin buries a 3. Trey Cousin, 25 points per game at Franklin Prep last year from Burlington. That ball's deflected out. Last touch by Brunswick. Combine bringing Najon Ward into the game. Kobe Johnson, who we didn't see in game 1, started here in game 2. This is Hooks. May, ball deflected, and it's going to be a steal and jam from Jarian Hancock. My goodness. Six nothing. Brunswick's, I don't want to call it second unit because that implies that there's some kind of, that the first unit is the superior. That's not the way this is working. It's just how Coach, wanted to balance the rosters with the split squad. So I'm curious about the inter-squad game that's coming up. You guys are going to get to see something that we don't normally get to see. And one of the things I was talking about a couple weekends ago was how this roster is so deep that, getting these guys that these guys are fighting for minutes against each other in practice. So I'm real curious. McDonald, the turnover, and the dunk by Moore. So that gets Combine. It says it's 5-4. There, I had it 6, so there might have been a foot on the line with that 3-pointer by Trey Cousin. So 5-4 is the correct score on your screen. Okay, thanks, Jonathan, on the YouTube chat. So it's Coach Shaw mentioned last night there was a problem with the Combine team, and so just one Combine unit is here. which is what I assumed anyway. Moore throws it away. The original format for this scrimmage was going to be 4 games of 50 minutes in length with 25-minute halves. Nice hesitation by Haddon. Offensive rebound off the miss, Reese McDonald's, and he traveled. AJ says it's not a travel. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I want to real quickly note the sub, Najon Ward, is running the point right now. We got Caden Hooks out there for Combine. The subs for this unit, Davier Dixon, Cameron Lawson, and Cam Spain. Cameron Spain is the other option, so this is an 8-team second unit. Hooks for 3. That was a nice box out by Cousin there. Ball was deflected out of bounds, but still, that's the kind of rebounding effort you're looking for. Davier Dixon into the ball game, replacing Haddon. That ball deflected out of bounds. Speaking of Haddon, I wanted to load this dunk up again real quick here. Man got up. Back to live action. Lawson also out there. Cameron Lawson from Clinton. McDonald that was Dixon from the elbow. Cousin, the offensive rebound. So Trey Cousin, I believe, he has all 7 right now for Brunswick as they lead by 3. Second of 4 scrimmages for you, then the intra-squad scrimmage. And I'm telling you, you're going to want to stick around for that one. I'm real curious to see how these guys get at it, knowing that minutes are at stake. Kobe Johnson wearing number 5 with the basketball. Hooks with 2 on the shot clock. And that's going to be off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Spain as he tiptoed on the line. Hancock swings it out. 3 is good again. That's Trey Cousin, who I believe now has all 10 of Brunswick's points. 6-point advantage for the Dolphins here in game number 2. Brunswick won the first one 45-34. Open look for Johnson off the back iron. Flying in is Hancock for the rebound. So Hancock looking to push. Heat check time. A little bit off that time for Cousin. Rebound controlled by Moore. Combine will slow it down now, set up the offense. And dribble it right out of bounds. Najon Ward with the bad turnover there. He's a good player. Over 11 points and a good shooter at 64% in high school last year. So we're about 8 minutes into this second scrimmage of 4 against Combine. Lawson, what a pass. Better defense, though, off the steal from Moore. Moore going to the bucket, almost had it stripped himself, able to regather. Hosea now into the game. Caden Hooks, guarded by Haddon. Hooks attacks. And that was altered by Hancock. Underneath, that was Cameron Spain, stripped but fouled. Cameron Spain at the line from Myrtle Beach. He's actually from Socastee. Socastee is kind of on the, is it the waterway there, I think? The Intracoastal Waterway. It's a nice little, it's a little more inland than Myrtle Beach. I lived in Myrtle Beach for 4 years. Very familiar with the name Cameron Spain. 12.7 points, 10.8 rebounds at Socastee High School. Socastee High School, if you're not familiar, is where the D'Antoni family kind of got their start. It was Dan D'Antoni at Socastee for a long, long time. Of course, he's at Marshall now, and his brother Mike D'Antoni is joining his former player Steve Nash in Brooklyn. Is everybody excited that the NBA is coming back so soon? I'm glad. I was driving my girlfriend nuts with these Lakers games because I knew that it was going to be a quick turnaround, and I knew that we got a steal here. Nice defense, and they're going to get a bucket and a foul. That was Martin Kawa. Chance to make it a 3-point game. I knew the pressure was on the Lakers to win because this quick of a turnaround with a veteran team, and Anthony Davis is I watched almost every Lakers game this year. Anthony Davis looks like injury prone in every game. He's one of those guys. So I thought the pressure was on the Lakers, and now that we're starting on the 22nd, I mean, you're going to see Jared Dudley at center for the Lakers in the first stretch of those games. I have a funny feeling. Deep three is up and good. Brandon Johnson. Walter Shaw on Brandon Johnson said that he might be the most talented big man that they've had. And he's going to be competing for most talented big man on this roster with all these guys. So that's a statement. He was hurt in the first scrimmage, so this is our first look at Brandon. That runner there by Davier Dixon is short. Here comes Combine. Kawa for three off the back iron. Spain with the nice rebound. 6-point lead for Brunswick. Nice alley-oop. Brandon Johnson couldn't get it to go that time. Hit a three. Missed from the inside. He's 1 for 2 here. About midway point of this game number 2. Brunswick leading by 6. This one a little more defensive in nature. Moore got it over to Ward off the back iron, and Johnson collects the rebound. Brandon Johnson from Raleigh. Now a turnover by Brunswick. This is Kawa. Nice extra pass, and the layup is good by Moore. So Kawa the assist. It's a 4-point game. Combine showing some pressure here. Top of the key, Dixon all alone buries it. Davier, Deuce, Dixon. He had an offer from Southern Miss back in 2018. He's going to be a guy who's going to get a lot of looks. The talent is definitely there. Moore off with the three. And looks like Haddon was out of bounds. Inside or nearing 11 and a half left to go here in scrimmage number 2. Catch and shoot three is up and good by Moore. Dolphins napping a bit defensively that time. Driving, scoring is Haddon. Austin Haddon, South Georgia Tech last year, 45% shooter. That ball off the mark from Mackenzie Blackwell. Combine going a little deeper into their bench. Three ball off the mark there. Combine Looking to run. Kawa. Hooks. Extra pass. 2 more. Long on the 3, but Kawa gets one of those long rebounds. This is Ward from downtown. No good. And finally, Spain with the board. Some subs for both teams. Looks like, is that Reese back out there? It's hard to see sometimes until they turn around in the practice unis. But yeah, that is Reese McDonald. So McDonald and Dixon in the backcourt. Haddon with the basketball into the lane. Takes it outside. Lawson also out there for Brunswick. McDonald over to Dixon. Haddon. And what do we got? Turnover. So Brunswick will turn it over. Again, next weekend they'll scrimmage Patrick Henry. We will have that scrimmage for you here on YouTube next Saturday at 1:30. Another whistle. They're going to let some subs come in for Brunswick. Looks like Lawson and Spain will sit down. Good minutes for both of those men. Inside 9 to play here in scrimmage number 2. Open look in the corner, and that 3 is pure from Martin Kawa. Combine hanging around here in the second scrimmage. It's a 3-point game. Remember, if the teams are within 10 of each other inside the last minute, the clock will stop on dead balls. Right now we've got a running clock. McDonald with the fake. Gets it out. Catch and shoot 3 off the back of the rim. Tip for the rebound. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brunswick. Caden Hooks. Guarded deep by McDonald. McDonald staying with him. Hooks attacks. Can't get it to go. Trey Cousin the rebound. Cousin scored the first 10 for Brunswick. Hancock for 3. Yes! Jarian Hancock, 14 and 10 last year at Lee County. 2.2 steals per game. Also about a block and a half per game. Kawa trying to stay hot. Oh, that one. I thought that was going down. Came back out, though. Rebound by Haddon. Catch, shoot, triple, in and out. That time for, I believe that was McDonald. Kawa into the forecourt. 7:15 to go. This is Blackwell. Can't get it to go. Out on the run is Haddon. Haddon scoops it up. Too strong. Kawa the rebound. Kawa attacks. The reverse, yes. He's played well here in this second scrimmage game. 6:57 left to go. We got a timeout by Walter Shaw. We'll be back. Well, I want to thank Walter Shaw for helping me kind of test run this remote streaming stuff. So basically, if your team needs a commentator and you don't have anybody in your area, you can give me a call. Be glad to help you. Chris Sheeman here with you. Brunswick breaking the press. Reese McDonald using the baseline, getting it out. Dixon for three. Yes! Dolphins starting to heat up, pushing the lead back. It's now 7. This is their biggest lead here in scrimmage number 2. Brunswick winning game number 1, 45-34. Steal now by Haddon. 2 on 3 for the Dolphins. Pull-up jumper is off the mark there, but an offensive rebound controlled by McDonald. Reese, the stutter step, floats it up and in. Reese McDonald, when he was called into action because of some injuries last year, really ran the show well for Brunswick. Got quite a few good ball handlers this year as Combine throws it away. It's a pass too high from Moore. Want to mention too, and apologies, our friends at Jersey Mike's are sponsoring today's scrimmage games. Our friends at Jersey Mike's in Charlotte. When you guys are able to come down and watch the games in person, what you want to do is get about 50 or 60 Jersey Mike subs, bring them in, and just have yourself a feast. And can't wait to get back to normal. But our thanks to Jersey Mike's. I just saw the text from Coach Shaw about the sponsor for today. So our friends at Jersey Mike's putting this on for us. And, you know, I was doing the self-promoting there in the break. And, you know, that's one of the things that if your team is not live streaming with commentators, you know, sponsorships, most of my clients that sell make money off of my work. I do get paid, but that runner by McDonald is short. There's opportunities there. I know a lot of schools. This is, you know, I'm streaming this game from Pensacola, Florida. This is not a COVID thing. We're not doing it because I can't be there in person. This is something we started last year because I moved down here from Myrtle Beach. And Walter Shaw wanted to keep it going. And I said, well, you know, give me the video and let's see if it works. And it did. And it so far has. We had a little trouble a couple weekends ago, but we've corrected those issues. Reese McDonald gets it out to Dixon. Dixon surveys. Shot clock still at 12, plenty of time. McDonald again. Dixon. Crossover. Shot clock down to 3. Oh, what a pass by Dixon to Reese McDonald. Pretty offense there for Brunswick. I believe I'm missing a point for Combine. So the correct score after that bucket is 28-20. We've got 3:28 and counting to go here in scrimmage number 2. Some more shuffling of bodies. Be careful in that corner. That's not where you want to catch it normally against the trap. McDonald underneath, Johnson the reverse, count it, and we have timeout by Combine. We'll step aside again, 2:57 left to go. This is scrimmage number 2 of 4 between Brunswick and Combine, and it's a 10-point advantage for the Dolphins. Looking at some of those Jersey Mike subs during the break. They got that Italian ham and provolone. It's getting near lunchtime. I'm in the central time zone here. It's 12:07. Jersey Mike's is teasing me. Driving to the bucket. Good aggressive play there by Moore for Combine out of the timeout. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. 30-22, Dolphins with an 8-point advantage after winning game 1 by 11. Reese McDonald into the forecourt. They're looking for Spain. Spain over 2 defenders. Got it to go. Hammer and Spain. A lot of these guys. Hancock, Spain. Even Green to a little bit of a lesser extent. Shackelford certainly. These are all double-double threat guys. Every single one of them. Last year you had guys like Silas Love, a couple others that were double-double guys, but not to this extent where you've got, you can go 4 deep into this roster, guys who can put up the kind of, double-double numbers. Kawa's back in there. He's played well here in game number 2, and the shot clock ran out. So Combine was unaware there. They'll turn it over. 119 and counting. Again, Dixon going to that corner, and that's a blocking foul. You don't want to go to that corner when you're being pressed. That's an opportunity for trouble. That's one of those things that in a scrimmage you got to look at and correct. Dixon trouble there. Good active hands for Combine, and we have a whistle here. Did they call a foul? Excuse me, I believe Brunswick called a timeout there. So Dixon wanted to save the possession, called a timeout. So we'll step aside once more as we come to the close here in game number 2. Big thanks to Jersey Mike's for sponsoring today's Dolphins Scrimmage live stream. Got about 3 hours of basketball for you. We're a little over an hour in now. Catch, shoot, triple is good. That was Dixon from downtown. Brunswick keeping that double-digit lead. That keeps the clock moving, as I believe we're inside a minute. Oh, yeah, we're inside 30 seconds, as a matter of fact. Throw away there. Oh, nice job by Kawa to save it. Now Moore will back it out. So we'll take another break between games 2 and 3 of 5 minutes. Moore with 3 on the shot clock, can't get it. Kawa flies in and draws the foul with 5.7. So Combine a chance to shoot a couple free throws here, and then that will wrap it. I like the energy from this Martin Kawa guy. From Stafford, Virginia, Colonial Forge High School. As a junior and senior, those 2 years combined averaged 15.7 points per ball game. Opportunity to come to Combine because there's only one roster here, we didn't get too much of a chance to talk about the foreign player aspect of Combine. That gray team is riddled with players from Belgium, Lithuania, France, the Netherlands, Switzerland. Few players on this roster from England. So 35-23 will be your final here in game number 2. The Dolphins will try to make it 3 in a row. Game number 3 is coming up here in just a few moments. Stick around. Start of game number 3. Dolphins trying to make it 3 straight. This is the Dolphins blue team. Anthony, Johnson, Kuntz, Petrie, Green, Shackelford, and Frohnbarger. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Dolphins basketball brought to you by our friends Jersey Mike's of Charlotte. According to one of the Google reviews on the Jersey Mike Google page, best subs in Charlotte. So the Dolphins' first team, the blue team, playing here now. And if you're just joining us, we had expected 2 different combine teams to come, but it's just the one. They have been shuffling. Like, for example, we didn't see Brent Darby at all in that second game. We have seen a lot of Martin Kawa. We've seen a lot of Caden Hooks. We've seen a lot of Jay-Sean Moore. Those are the 3 that have played the most minutes. 3 in the corner by Johnson got it to go. So Kobe Johnson for 3. Combines lost both games by double figures. Attacking for Brunswick, Kuntz, and he'll go to the free throw line. So it's game 3 of 4. After these 4 with Combine, we're going to also live stream the intra-squad scrimmage between these 2 Dolphins teams that have been split up. Christian Kuntz playing well down the stretch in the first game. Dolphins won the first one 45-34. It was a 12-point victory in game number 2. Good ball movement there by the GOATs of Combine. Satoni Diedu got the bucket. 4-point lead for Combine. They have not led much here today. Frohnbarger with the turnover. And this is definitely their biggest lead in any of the 3 games so far. Another open look for Johnson. And Johnson hits his second 3-pointer, so he has 6 of the 8 for Combine in the early going here. It's about 3 minutes in. 7-1 Combine. Kuntz. Frohnbarger. Putback is good by Shackelford, I believe. 8-3, we got a timeout for the Dolphins. We will step aside as well. Folks, something that would help us with the live streaming is if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. All you have to do is click that subscribe button there on the player. It would be a big help to us. We're trying to get as many people. In fact, call your friends and family and please tell them to subscribe to this channel. We're at a very low number right now. We want to get to the point where we've got a couple of different streaming options, and to do that, we need 1,000 subscribers. Nice move there out of the timeout. Caden Hooks. Combine looking good here in Game 3. Dolphins cruising in the first 2, but down by 7 and facing some pressure here. Jalen Johnson had it knocked out of bounds. Dolphins going to have to get it across, though, with only 4 seconds to do so. Nice bucket there. Christian Kuntz getting that one to go 10-5. But if we were able to get the subscriber number up to 1,000, and based on the amount of people that have watched these games over the last 4 years that I've been doing this, I know that's a doable number. It would really help us out and give us some really good tools to work with. So subscribe to the YouTube channel and do your part, and we thank you for that. About 21 minutes left to go here in game number 3 of 4. Don't forget, after we're done with Combine, Brunswick blue and white teams will scrimmage each other. Shackelford drawing contact on Jay-Sean Moore. Josiah Shackelford played at Word of God, which is such a well-known name because of John Wall, who went there in Raleigh. I called a game up there one time, not a Word of God game. It was somebody using their gym. I think it was a minor league basketball game or something like that. And it's a small gym. I can only imagine what it's like when it's packed in there. Must be very intimidating for the home team. Hooks buries a 3, and Combine is red hot from downtown to start off game number 3. Another foul called on the Goats. Inside 20 to go here in our third of 4 scrimmages. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. It's nice to have a diversion, to be able to call some games again. Lance Anthony into the game. No call as he got knocked down. Couldn't get the 3 to go. Out on the run, it's Combine stripped. That was Jay-Sean Moore trying to go to the bucket. Good transition defense there. I believe it was Petrie who got that strip. 24 to shoot. Moore blocked. Able to throw it off of Petrie. So we'll stay on this side of the floor. Caden Hooks going to inbound. Shot clock down to 19. Pass deflected. It's a steal by Brunswick. Had a little trouble getting it into the forecourt. Anthony, extra pass, back to him. Fakes the 3, drives in, can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Lance Anthony, who also played at Word of God. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with academies like Combine. And I think I've already had my answer based on the conversations I had with them yesterday. But the pros normally for going to a place like Combine versus a junior college is you don't have to give up a year of eligibility. There's the steal in the corner that I was talking about in the second game. The Dolphins, the beneficiaries, as Green gets the tip in. So Combine's lead is down to 3. Don't go to that corner. I'm telling you, folks. Bad news. Open look here by Hosea. Can't get it. Cleaning up the mess is Johnson, bucket, and foul. So just to go back to that thought, the benefits usually of going to a place like Combine, we see a lot of other post-grad schools that Brunswick will often play. The benefits there is that you don't have to give up a year of eligibility. Well, in this year, nobody's giving up a year of eligibility, whether you go to a NCAA Division I school, whether you go to a post-grad prep school, or anywhere in between those things. So you wonder, well, what are the post-grads going to do? And like I said, I think we got our answer yesterday talking to the folks. Nate at Combine was nice enough to help me with some of the names that evidently I didn't need to know how to say. But what he was saying was, because so many four-year schools passed on international kids, that's really why their rosters are so chock full of them. There's always going to be a need for both, I think, because we will get back to a place of normalcy. God willing, this new administration coming in, we can get a plan. We can finally get rid of this stupid disease that is driving us all insane. Turnover here. The reverse. Yes. That was Petrie again. So Petrie, who didn't start here in the second one. Now it's a steal, and here's a three. No good, but guess who comes flying in? Talking some smack and getting a bucket. The bench erupts. Did we get a technical foul called here? Well, unfortunately, the instant replay didn't work on that one. But that was something else. So Deontay Petrie has made some noise here. And that has re-energized the Brunswick bench, by the way. Trying to answer back as Darby can't get it to go. Rebound to the Dolphins. Here they come. Petrie will attack again. Get out of his way. Get out of his way. We are tied at 16. Again going quickly, Combine. Coming up short. Trying to stay with it was Johnson, and finally Johnson gets a whistle. So he'll go to the line. Good hustle play, despite not being able to get that bucket there from Kobe Johnson. Got to admit, folks, we've seen some regular season games that have been a little rough to call sometimes because of the efforts on either side, one way or another, or in some cases both. So I didn't know going into this what streaming scrimmages was going to be like, but these kids on Brunswick, they are getting at it. Credit them. It has been fun. They know who's watching, too. It's not just mom, dad, and them. Another turnover out on the run. Yes, and the foul. Tylen Green gets it to go. So Brunswick has come storming back. Down 10-3 at one point. 15-6 run, and Combine's going to call for time. We got 14-10 left to go here in our third of 4 scrimmage games against Combine. We will step aside and come right back. Today's Brunswick scrimmage is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. We thank them for their support. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Deontay Petrie has come off the bench and sparked a run for the Dolphins. That's now at 15-6. They get the offensive rebound. Lance Anthony Another extra possession after the free throw by Green was missed. Inside 14 to go here in our third of 4 scrimmage games. Kuntz, bounce pass underneath. Shackelford, the fake. Oh, man, nice hesitation, and then that tip off the miss by Shackelford. Open look, Kawa. He's made more of those than not. Anthony, great pass thrown ahead to Kuntz. Got it. Brunswick is on a 19-6 extended run, and finally Moore with a bucket for Combine. It was 10-3 to start the game. Johnson had the hot hand for Combine early on. Ward top of the key from deep. Shackelford trying to chase it down. Good box out there by Darby. I want to see him playing somewhere. Brent Darby, all the things that he's had to overcome in his life, losing his father at a young age and carrying on that legacy. He's a good hustle player now in this half of a scrimmage, half of a game, I guess you could say, that we've seen him play. It's getting chippy now. Anthony and I believe that was Hooks doing some talking to one another. Caden Hooks going to the line. Free throw up and good. If you're just joining us, Brunswick won game 1, 45-34. Won game 2, 35-23. After game 4, we will take another break, and then we will stream the intra-squad scrimmage for you. I know there's, we've been talking about the coaches and being able to watch from parts all over the country on the live stream. I know there's some parents who are missing their kids who are happy to see them out there too, and happy to have everybody. And again, credit Coach Shaw with the opportunity to do these games. Johnson with the hand in his face, too strong off the glass. The rebound was thrown away. It's thrown underneath. Bucket no good. Staying with it was Green. And I believe they're going to count that. Foul is on Moore. Yeah, they do count the bucket, so chance for an old school three-point play. That's 17 fouls on Combine. Remember, we're not counting personal fouls here in these scrimmage games. But we are counting the team fouls. So Brunswick is in the 1-and-1. Anthony a little over-aggressive. Some of the pushing and shoving you saw there was pretty tame and mild, but officials might want to, they might start clamping down a little more. This Combine team plays very fast. There's Brent Darby again. 25-21. Green drives around Darby, lays it up and in. Brunswick by 6. Stepping into a 3, that's Hooks. Caden Hooks, nice touch there. So Combine sticking around. Anthony, what a pass. The reverse, yes, by Kuntz. Up and down we go. 9:43 remaining here in this third scrimmage game. That ball was deflected out. That's Frohnbarger, I believe. Yeah, Frohnbarger made that deflection. Had a few more subs come in. Kawa running the point now. Hooks still out there. Diadu, has come in. Moore And also Blackwell now for Combine. So that's the 5 for them. Throw ahead to Kuntz. Kuntz tips it up and in. So Kuntz misses, stays with it. 7-point lead for Brunswick. Right back comes Combine. That was Diedu. Green answers right back. Trading buckets. 8:29 remaining here in this third scrimmage of 4. Now a steal here by Brunswick. Are they going to call it jump ball? And we'll see who the possession arrow goes to. Looks like we're going the other way. Walter Shaw calls timeout. We will step aside as well. 8:15 to go here in game number 3 of 4. We'll be back. Dolphins basketball is brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. It's a 7-point lead, 33-26 here in game number 3. Crazy day. Right before we went on, we found out that the presidential election was called. I know y'all in North Carolina are still waiting on some things, but the presidential race is over. Over with quotations, of course, because there's going to be all kinds of challenges and legal wranglings, but man, it's been a week, hasn't it? Got a foul called on Combine. As I mentioned earlier, they are already over the limit, so this is a 1-and-1 for Tylen Green. Gets the first one to go. Brunswick trailed 10-3. Now leading by 8. We'll switch it up. The Brunswick white team will take over for game number 4. Then the white and blue teams will scrimmage each other. That will be 2 25-minute halves. 3 no good around the rim by Moore. Offensive rebound comes to Kawa. Couldn't get the floater, and now it's deflected out. Last touch by Brunswick. Looks like the Reese Johnson fan club has started to come onto the YouTube live chat. We'll see Reese in game number 4. Ball deflected out. The Dolphins have been active defensively, getting a lot of steals, forcing a lot of combine turnovers. Playing it like it counts. Kawa. Nice pass. Defense came. Diedu was wide open. Satoni Diedu from New York. As I mentioned, a good scorer, 23 per game at Washington Irving. Inside 6 minutes to go here in this third scrimmage. Petrie top of the key. Frohnbarger trying to set a screen. And that 3-ball off the back iron. Moore walks it up. Moore surveys. Extra pass out to Kawa. Yes! Unselfish basketball there for Combine, and it's a 3-point game again. Brunswick winning relatively easy in the first two matchups with this Combine Black team, but credit Combine. Just the one team going up against a different set of Dolphins in each game, and their legs are into it. Playing hard. Nice bucket there by Kuntz, hanging in the air. 36-31. Remember, if it is within 10 in the last minute, we will have clock stoppages at the dead ball. Turnover there, a bounce pass hit that line. Some more subs coming in for Walter Shaw's team. Looks like Kuntz is going to stay out there. Johnson has come back into the game. Jalen Johnson played 13 games at Lenore-Rhine back in 2018-2019. He's got the basketball out near midcourt, inside 4 to go. Shackelford also out there. Frohnbarger. 3 by Johnson, yes! With the hand in his face. Jalen Johnson for 3. Here's Hooks. Stepping into a 3, bricked it. Nice offensive rebound, and the tip pass to Blackwell couldn't get it to go. Over 2 defenders, Diedu draws contact. So free throws to come. So Diedu good on the first one. Chance to make it a 6-point game here. (39-33). Dolphins trying to separate. Combine hanging around. Nice pass by Johnson. Shackelford, yes, in the foul. Seven and 9 at Word of God last year. Also played football. You can believe that. He's got that football body. Hooks out near midcourt. Moore. Bounce pass goes to Diedu. Shackelford the rebound. Shack to Frohnbarger. Frohnbarger can't get it to go. Fouled his miss and got the bucket. Correction, that was Shackelford with the follow. That ball got stuck, so looks like more subs coming in now. It's time for Combine. Brent Darby checking back into the game. Davey Hosea wearing number 2. Najon Ward also in there. Johnson stays out there. And Zon Ozul checking in, missing the 3. Dolphins going quickly, and that's going to be an offensive foul. 47.7. The clock does stop. Score is within 10. Looks like a little wet spot out on the floor. Somebody said Brandon Johnson going to be the best big man in school history. That's the word. Coach Shaw is very high on his abilities. We're going to see Brandon Johnson in our next game. Open look, Ozul for 3. Can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. It's controlled by Ward for Combine. Ward had it poked away. Nice defense. That was Kuntz from behind. Dolphins. The shot clock is off. Combine, they can foul, but I mean, let's be real here. It is a scrimmage. Kuntz. Ball deflected out. It's going back to Combine, but Brunswick's going to make it 3 in a row. So Combine with 8 seconds to work with. And we can't see what's happening, so I can't tell you what happened. Ball might have been deflected out. So 0.8 of a second. Catch and shoot time for Combine. Johnson gets it off. Can't get it to go. 43-33. Double-digit wins in all 3 scrimmages so far against Combine. We will have game number 4 here in about 5 minutes. Stay with us. Dolphins basketball is brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs in Charlotte. We thank them for their support. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. On to game number 4 between the Dolphins white team and Combine's black team. Again, the roster for the white team is Reese McDonald, Davier Dixon, Cameron Lawson. We also have Austin Haddon, Brandon Johnson, Trey Cousin, Spain, and Hancock. As Reese McDonald starts us off with a 2-pointer. Foot was on the line there. Again, 25-minute running clock here in this one, and we will be done with Combine after this one is over, and then stick around because the Dolphins are going to have an intra-squad scrimmage that will consist of 2 25-minute halves. We're going to stream that one for you, too, as Hosea buries a 3 for Combine as they take the early lead. All kinds of basketball to kick back and relax and watch. Thank you for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon. Catch and shoot, Dixon, short on the 3. Rebound controlled by Combine. Going quickly there was Johnson. Couldn't get the runner. Spain with the board. Lawson is wide open. Don't do that. He will make that more times than not. Cameron Lawson at Clinton High School last year, 13.5 points per ball game. Correction, this is 2018-19 numbers. 4.2 rebounds, 46% shooter. That was his senior year in 2018-2019. Got a 30-second timeout. I'm going to go rest my pipes. We'll be back. Just a quick timeout there. About a minute and a half into this 4th game. Some light pressure for the Dolphins. Careful on that line there for Darby. Now Ward. What a pass by Ward. That was Zan O'Zool with the bucket, but Ward with a capital A on that assist. It's a 6-5. They must have called a 3-2 there for Brunswick. So 6-5, Dolphins with the slim lead. Reese McDonald drawing contact. The foul will be on Brent Darby, and Reese will shoot a pair. Team fouls are counted as normal here in this scrimmage. Personal fouls are not. Reese McDonald, a really good free throw shooter last year, 83%. So McDonald gets that one to go. Got them both. 8-5. Brunswick by 3. 3 minutes into this 4th game. So the Dolphins next Saturday will scrimmage Patrick Henry. Then that's it until the 2nd semester. Combine stepping out of bounds there, so a turnover will give it back to Brunswick. Spain puts it up short, tip for the rebound. 3 by O'Zool, hit one earlier, not that time. Nice rebound there by Darby. Johnson, his pass was tipped. Hosea, Ward in the backcourt with 12 on the shot clock for Combine. Defender went for the steal. Johnson to the bucket and scores. 1-point game. McDonald going quickly. And I believe that's Lawson on the far side. Yeah, Lawson fouled by Ozul. Ozul 6'5", 190, Barcelona, Spain. One of many international players for Combine. Nobody guarding that back door. And Cameron Spain with the two-hand jam. I mean, there was nobody back there. Nobody getting back for Brunswick either, as Johnson gets it on the run out for Combine. Dixon on the near side of your screen. McDonald. Extra pass to Dixon in the corner for three. Yes. So Deuce Dixon with another triple. Look out, boy. That pass was skied. I thought it was going to be picked off. Open look now in the corner. Johnson can't get it for Combine. McDonald the rebound. Good rebounding guard, Reese McDonald. Step back from the elbow off the back iron. Spain, yes. Cameron Spain with the easy putback. Nearing 19 to play now. Here's a steal and three. Timeout by Brunswick. Let's take another look at that one. We'll keep it here. That was crazy defense. I'm not sure how much of the defensive aspect that we're going to get here, but let's take a look at this replay. Just the three-pointer, but with a hand in his face. Dolphins are hot right now, and they lead it by 8. We'll be back. Dolphins basketball brought to you by Jersey Mike's Subs in Charlotte. We thank them for their support. Chris Sheeman back here with you as you see the trapping pressure is on for Brunswick. No trouble that time for Combine. Dolphins inter-squad scrimmage is coming up next. Tie up here. Jump ball possession arrow, I believe, favors Brunswick. So the Dolphins will get it back. The inter-squad scrimmage will be similar to this. It'll be 2 25-minute halves with running clocks. Oh, correction, I had that wrong. So it is going to stay with Combine. Ozul to Johnson. Here's Ward on the wing. What a pass. Ozul using the baseline, had it deflected. No, he lost it out of bounds, they say. So turnover gives the ball back to Brunswick. Leading by 9. They've won the first 3, all by double figures. What a move to the bucket there by Davier Dixon. 20-9. And I believe Combine's ready to warm up those buses. Head back home. Credit this team. This was supposed to be they were supposed to get a couple games off. Instead, this one team has played all 4 of these, essentially playing 2 games back to back. They're young. They can do it, but it certainly takes the wind out of you. Trey Cousin had a great second game for the Dolphins, and coming up, turning it over there, but I think Combine's going to give it right back to Brunswick. As you see, we're inside 17 to go. Entry pass underneath. Good defense there by the Goats of Combine. Ozul with the steal. Here is Blackwell left alone, but Combine will run the offense. Ward takes it right. Top of the key, Johnson from downtown, off the back of the rim. Haddon poked from behind. It's a steal by Combine. 2-on-1. The scoop to Hosea, and he is fouled. Combine's been stuck on 9 points for a while now. So that's the first point. I want to say in about, remember, there is a running clock, so take it with a grain of salt, but 3 or 4 minutes for Combine. I don't think they've scored much. Got both free throws that time, though, so the Goats are sticking around. 22-11 inside 15 to go. Jumper no good. Offensive rebound and count the bucket for the big man, Brandon Johnson. Using his size. Try to complete an old school 3-point play now as Brunswick doubling up Combine. Couldn't get the free throw to go. Then Trey Cousin tried to get in there for a rebound, but a little over-aggressive. Caden Hook's back out there. Hosea came on moments ago. Another turnover for Combine as Haddon is fouled. That's going to be 4 fouls on Combine, 2 on Brunswick with 13:29 left to go. So no free throws. Haddon will inbound it over near his bench. 27 on the shot clock for the Dolphins. And nearing 13 minutes to go here in game number 4. If you're just joining us, 45-34, Brunswick won game 1. 35-23, Brunswick won game 2 by 12. And then a 10-point victory, 43-33 for the Dolphins in game 3. Right now, the Dolphins up by 11 and free throws to come on the 4th team foul for Combine. Reese McDonald, again, as I mentioned, very good free throw shooter, goes to the line. McDonald, long line of good basketball players from Raleigh. State of North Carolina as a whole, over 100 players last year went to 4-year programs in the state of North Carolina. Three no good in the corner as Jaysean Moore checks back in. Another offensive rebound. Kawa for three, yes. That's the first field goal in about 5 or 6 minutes for Combine. They're still in it within 10, but Brunswick has had a lead for most of all 4 of these scrimmages. There was a point in Game 3 where Combine came out a little bit stronger than Brunswick, but Brunswick eventually made a run and won that one by 10. Open look for Cousin off the back of the rim. Tipped up no by Johnson. Johnson tries it again. Yes, and a foul. Brandon Johnson, 6'8", was injured, so we didn't see him against Bryan and Stratton. Looking nice and healthy to me here this afternoon, Johnson. As we go inside 11 minutes here in this 4th scrimmage. Hooks over to Hosea. In the corner, it's Kawa. We don't have stats, obviously, this being a scrimmage. Normally we don't get stats anyways, but I'm going to say Kawa's up there with the leading scorer for Combine. Moore, who had the ball, gets it out to Hooks, way off on the 3. The board by Spain, who's back out there for Brunswick. McDonald into the forecourt. Reese looking to drive on Kawa. McDonald draws the foul. Kawa can't believe it. Either on the foul call or upset with himself. Either way, Reese is getting 2 more. That's 16 fouls now on Combine 2 as we go inside 10 to go. Reese McDonald is, I believe, now 5 for 5 from the charity stripe here in this 4th game. After we're done with Combine, don't forget, stick around. Dolphins going to scrimmage each other. It'll be the white and blue teams. Yes, that's how they're labeled. That I'm curious to see. Davey Hosea buries a triple. Combine's got a couple of 3-point field goals in the last couple of minutes to help them hang around, but they need to get some stops on this end. Runner by Brunswick will be a good start there as Haddon misses. That floater by Hooks is no good. Out on the run, coming back to intercept it. Hosea, I believe, yeah, it was Hosea on the steal. What a pass by him, the reverse by Moore. So the lead by Brunswick is single digits. Back-to-back buckets for the first time in this 4th game for Combine. Dolphins going quickly again. Spain had it blocked. Combine trying to answer back. 1 on 3. And Hosea had it blocked, got it back. Moore. Don't want to leave him open. Kawa all alone. Can't make him pay. Another offensive rebound, this time by Blackwell. Underneath, this is Moore. Kawa will take it to the half circle and bury it. So 6-0 run for Combine, and the lead is just 7 for Brunswick. Strip and foul there. I believe that's Spain, who's shaken up, grabbing his shoulder, it looks like. 8th team foul. Correction, that's Haddon. My apologies. So Haddon is shaken up, but looks to be all right, at least good enough to shoot these free throws. Speaking of Spain, he and McDonald go to the bench. Hancock returns. Dixon also back out there. So both free throws off there for Haddon. Kawa. Nice interception there. Hancock with the steal. Hancock almost lost it. Stays with it to Cousin. Extra pass. And they're going to count that bucket and the foul. I'm not sure that bucket should count. It looks like he dunked it and then pulled it down. Let me see if I can get an instant replay and another look at that one. And we're not going to get the replay on it. Free throw is good, though. 31-21. Haddon goes to the bench. Is Amaya Gainey still on the YouTube chat? Is it Hayden or Haddon? Because they're calling him Hayden at the gym, but I had it as Haddon. So talk to me, folks. Let me know if I don't want to mess up the young man's name. Blackwell driving. Here's Moore for Combine. Moore on the baseline. The cut by Kawa, and he is fouled with 3 on the shot clock. So more free throws to come as Combine tries to hang around here, down by 10. Chance to cut it to single digits for Martin Kawa from Stafford, Virginia. Good scorer, junior, senior years on the varsity squad at Colonial Forge. 15.7 points per ball game, a 2-year season average for him. Caden Hooks hits the bench. Satoni Diedu coming into the game for Combine. So, 8-point game. The Goats have had their offensive troubles at times here in this 4th scrimmage game. Johnson, that's too easy. 4:23 left to go. Lead back to 10 for the Dolphins. Moore. Extra pass to Kawa. Yes, for 3. Nice extra pass there. Unselfish play by Blackwell. A lot of times these kids that end up in these post-grad academies get kind of labeled as unselfish, and there's not a lot of team ball played, but you're seeing Combine here making those extra passes, doing the right basketball, the high IQ basketball plays, like those hustle plays there, like the extra rebound from Diedu you just saw. So don't stereotype these kids, please. Kawa, Blackwell, ball tipped around, and the Dolphins able to rip it away eventually. Here comes Brunswick. Dixon alley-oop, and the jam from Hancock. (35-26) in favor of Brunswick. Moore throws it away. Good anticipation and the steal. Throw ahead goes to Dixon, and Dixon puts Brunswick up double figures. Inside 3 to go, it's 37-26. Brunswick trying to make it a sweep, winning the first 3 scrimmage games. Kawa on the near side. Now dribbles to the elbow. Nice bounce pass, and Diedu was all alone. So the lead is 9. Trey Cousin. Here's Johnson in the corner. Dixon to Cousin for 3. No, Johnson comes flying in. Look out. He took a hard shot as Diedu was trying to get position for the rebound. And they're going to call Johnson on the foul. So that's 4 team fouls on Brunswick. Brunswick's been in the bonus. 9 team fouls on Combine. Inside 2 to go. Don't forget, folks, after this 4th Combine game is over, stick around. We will have the Brunswick intra-squad scrimmage for you as well. Why not? Lawson, he might have been fouled on the floor there. Yeah, that whistle came well before his move to the bucket even. Lawson will back it out. Got tripped up and fell down, so Kawa with the steal. Certainly not over yet, this one. Combine with some work to do. Kawa splits the C, and it's a 7-point game, 37-30. So looking likely that we'll have a clock stoppage inside this last minute here. Yeah, we do at 49.9. So score within 10. No running clock here in the last minute. Brent Darby's come back in for Combine. Looks like Walter Shaw's going to close it out with this unit, at least attempt to. 7-point game. Combine. Oh, they just can't get over that 7-point hurdle. Dixon is wide open. Missed it. Rebound controlled by Diedu. Ward on the near side. Back to him. Diedu. Defender gets out of his way. And this is as close as Combine has been since the early going. Shot clock is off. Again, normal regular season game. You're going to see fouls left and right. This is still a scrimmage, folks. Alley-oop. And the bucket there. Jarian Hancock. So 3-possession game. That will likely close the door on this one. Good effort to come back by Ward, who misses that bucket, but it's all Brunswick as they sweep the 4 games against Combine, 39-32 here in game number 4. So, folks, we're going to give Combine a chance to head on out the door and head back to Charlotte. Best of luck to them for the remainder of the season. Then we will step aside. Brunswick White and Brunswick Blue will scrimmage each other here in just a moment. Don't go too far. You're watching Dolphins basketball on YouTube. We'll be back. Well, after the Dolphins white and blue team sweep Combine in 4 games, now they'll take on each other here in a 50-minute, 25-minute running clock halves kind of a scrimmage. It's the white team and the blue team here set to go, and no scoreboard for this one, mainly because I just found out about a half hour before we went on that we were going to do this, so we're just going to kind of keep track of the score on the screen. I also don't know who the home team is, who the away team is, so make life easy. Nice block to start things out for the white team. That was Hancock. So blue team with possession here. Johnson gets it back. Here's Petrie for 3. Had the hot hand early in game number 2, I believe. No, it was game number 1 that he had the hot hand early on. Reese McDonald doing some work. Here's Hancock for 3. Buries it. Okay, so the white team is the home team as Hancock gets it to go. And it's 3-0 white. Ball tipped, extra possession for the blue team as a foul is called. So Shackelford will go to the free throw line. Thanks for sticking around with us, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Hang out, watch some basketball for another hour or so, and then don't forget, next weekend is the final scrimmage of the first half, the first semester, I should say. Dolphins and Patrick Henry. That will be at 1:30 on Saturday. We'll have that for you. 1 out of 2 for Shackelford as the blue team gets on the board. It's 3-1. Catch and shoot 3. That were 2-pointer by Spain is no good, but bucket and foul underneath. That's Haddon. Kuntz called for the foul. 2 on the blue team already. 5-1 and now 6-1 in favor of the white team. I guess when the combine scrimmages that were planned to be about 4 hours in length got condensed, the players were really kind of bummed about that. They were looking forward, man. All these guys want to do is hoop. Shackelford drives in. So the team came up with this solution to give these guys a little extra work. This is Cousin for 3, can't get it. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it's last touched by the blue team. Good opportunity, like I was saying during the combine scrimmages, for a lot of these kids to show the coaching staff, okay, what can we do here? Reese McDonald setting up the offense for the white team. Haddon back to Reese. Reese attacks, throws it up, and gets it to go. 8-1. Good start for the white team. So the white team is 8 deep. Blue team is 7 deep, it looks like. Tylen Green with the bucket. First field goal for the blue team. Haddon looking to drive with the hand in his face. That was blocked by Kuntz, but they say Kuntz got a piece of his arm, so free throws to come. So Austin goes to the line. Haddon, as I mentioned during the scrimmages against Combine, played at South Georgia Tech last year. Wanted to come home, found a place here at Brunswick to compete with this talented roster for minutes. Looks like we have a sub for Brunswick. 1 out of 2 at the line as Shackelford gets the rebound. Here comes the blue team. Johnson forced that pass. Spain, or correction, that was Hancock with the steal and a block from behind. And some good-natured trash talking going on. That is tipped up and in by Christian Kuntz. So 9-5 in favor of the white team. Now a steal by the blue team. Petrie into the forecourt. That's Johnson getting doubled up. Here's Green. Flips it up and in. Oh, Tylen Green with a couple of buckets here in the early stages of this inter-squad scrimmage. Haddon. McDonald cut off. Hancock out to Haddon. Shot clock is down to 2. Haddon has to hoist. He does. Missed it back iron. Spain the rebound. Spain the putback. 11-7 in favor of the white team. 18:49 to go here in the first half. We'll play 2 25-minute periods with running clocks. Johnson can't get the 3 to go. Cousin the rebound. Reese into the forecourt. McDonald surveys, throws it out. Corner 3 up. Missed it short. Spain the offensive rebound. So Haddon couldn't get it in the corner. He'll try another one now. Yes, that time it's good. For 14-7. Driving is Kuntz. Draws the foul. Free throws coming up. Nope. They say he wasn't in the act. Some shuffling on both sides. Anthony in for the blue team. Frohnbarger also checking in as he has the basketball left of the lane. Couldn't get the bucket. Offensive rebound, and Kuntz is able to score. Lawson into the game. Lawson for the white team for 3. 14-9 white team. 17:25 to go here in this first half. Anthony attacks. Rejected by Hancock. What a block. The throw ahead and dunk. Haddon with 2 more to his total as he's come out strong here in the inter-squad scrimmage. Green answers back for the blue team. With the hand in his face, Haddon heat check. Rebound by Green for the blue team. Kuntz with another bucket. I believe he has 4 now. 16-13, close one. White team came out strong, hanging on to a 3-point lead right now. 16:30 and counting here in the first half. Dixon off the mark. Green the board. Driving is Kuntz. Defense backs off. Christian Kuntz back-to-back buckets for the blue team. Boy, how about Haddon? Anthony throws it ahead. That ball deflected out of bounds. Good start for Haddon. Green will inbound it. No, he's going to come out of the game for the blue team. So Petrie will inbound it. Last year for Brunswick, 8 players went to NCAA programs, 2 Division I players. 6 Division II. Silas Love, who became the all-time leading scorer at Brunswick, is looking to go pro. He got himself an agent and looking to turn himself into or turn his talents into a nice playing career overseas. I know a lot of people who have done that with their lives, and they've been very fortunate to be able to experience other cultures and have that kind of experience. The ones who get the most out of it are the ones who get out and kind of immerse themselves into wherever they're playing, whether it's Russia, another Eastern Bloc country, whether it's China, somewhere in South America, one of the EU countries, something like that. You get out, you immerse yourself, you get into the country. The people who struggle playing overseas are the ones who kind of, go inward. I'm that kind of person. I'm not much of an extrovert. I don't know how well I do. I wish I had the talents to try, though. But, Silas Love, everything that I've heard from guys who have played overseas, who have gotten the most out of it, love it. Just absolutely love it. I was talking to one guy who played like 10 years in Russia. He said, yeah, you wanted to go out to the clubs, they'd send a limo for you, the team. So good luck to Silas Love. I'd like to check in with him. Anthony gets the rebound. Walter Shaw has done a tremendous job his entire career, but especially last year. I mean, this is a new roster in part because, and one of the reasons why I love working with Walter Shaw is all this guy cares about is getting these kids into four-year schools. That's the reason why we're doing this stream. It's great for the parents. It's an added bonus for you guys who are watching as Kuntz stays hot with another jumper. But the only thing Walter Shaw cares about is getting these kids into four-year schools. And these times, these situations, if I had a kid, that's where I'd want my kid to play for a guy who's fighting as hard as Walter Shaw fights for his kids. And it's not, I shouldn't say fight. That's a bad adjective. He knows that there is potential in all of these players, or he wouldn't bring them here. Nobody comes to Brunswick because they can't play. Everybody can play that comes here. But I have loved working with Walter Shaw because of how much he cares about these kids. It really, really shows, and the results are there. Lawson with the hand in his face got it to go. So the blue team came back 22 to 22. It's now tied. I thought that was a two-pointer, but they gave him 3, so we'll check on that. But yeah, that's the whole reason why we're here. Streaming these scrimmages, and I wasn't sure at the beginning whether or not this was going to be a good idea. But, Coach Shaw emphasized that he cannot have college coaches there. So we need to do something, and I said, okay. I'm on board. I just didn't know how the play-by-play would sound, but you guys know me well enough to know that I veer into left field every once in a while anyways. So Anthony and Johnson playing hot potato with it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. And that ball thrown away off the fingertips of Johnson. So if you're going to Brunswick Community College, that Walter Shaw is going to fight for you if you work for him. You've got to do the work too. This isn't just a let me show up and then this coach is going to be, my recruit, my marketing, my video. No, some of that is on these kids, these players. You've got to do the work. You've got to come in. We've seen big rosters before at Brunswick, and then those rosters by the second semester are a little bit smaller. Everybody gets an opportunity, but you have to put the work in too. There is a responsibility on each and every one of these young men. Not only fight to get into a 4-year program with all of the recruiting log jams that are going to be created by this extra year of eligibility, this basically mulligan of a year. It's a good opportunity for junior college kids. I know as Reese McDonald, he's going to back it out here. I know a lot of coaches. McDonald had Anthony on a fake, couldn't get the three to go. I know a lot of coaches who love to go the JUCO route because you get kids, if they're with a good program like Brunswick, they get kids who are built, who are ready to go. There's not a learning curve. You don't have to worry about red shirts. You don't have to worry about can we play him? Does he need to sit on the bench? There's a lot of programs, even high up. You look at a program like what Wyoming has gone through. What a mess of a program that they've had in trying to rebuild. You guys will learn how much I love Cleveland State if you haven't done so already. Cleveland State was in the same situation. Dennis Gates got there, and he had to go the JUCO route just to fill out the roster. And I'm telling you, that Cleveland State team last year didn't win a lot of games, but they competed. They competed. They worked hard. They knew this was their opportunity. And that's what you get when you get a junior college player. Another foul call. Dixon's going to go to the line. So 4 fouls on the blue team, 3 on the white team. But yeah, you do the work. You do the right things. Listen to Coach Shaw. The sky is yours. I talked to another 4-year coach about, I'm working, doing some junior college stuff, and I really like it. I was telling this coach how much I've enjoyed it because, you know, I'm not doing much here, but maybe it's my little part in helping these kids, get into 4-year schools, doing the live stream, talking about, their stats, their trends, things like that. And he said, "Oh man, I started in junior college. It was such a mess. There's a lot of programs, a lot of people out there who are in it for themselves. Uh, Walter Shaw is not one of those guys. There are a lot of them like that. There are, and you have to be careful who you trust. I don't want to say when you're desperate, but who you trust when your options are junior college, post grad, and that's really it. When you know that's what you're working with, you've got to find the right people who are going to have your back if you do, like I said, all of those right things. And Walter Shaw is that guy. I think he has more D1 players in Region 10, just Region 10 alone, than anybody by a wide margin. Johnson was stripped there. Stay on this side of the floor with 10 on the shot clock. That jumper is off the mark there. I believe that was Frohnbarger. Here is Dixon. Extra pass out to Lawson. 23-22, the blue team trailing by 3 to the white team. Anthony top of the key. It's a screen. Now over to Green for 3. Anthony skies in. Couldn't get the bucket. Got the rebound, though. Throw ahead to Dixon. Dixon going 1-on-1. Blocked by Shackelford. A hard block. So 6:19 and counting here in this first half. And I believe we're going to get a timeout. So we'll step aside. Today's game is brought to you by our friends at Jersey Mike Subs in Shallotte. We thank them for the opportunity to bring you Dolphins basketball. We'll be back. Can't thank Jersey Mike's, all of our sponsors who are coming on board. Remember, folks, there's a lot of businesses that are struggling this time because of the coronavirus, and frankly, the way that it's been handled in this country has not helped things. Hopefully that will change. Johnson with the turnaround bucket. So the white team leads again by 5. Go out when you can. When you come down, maybe you're picking your kids up for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, whatever the case may be. If you're headed down, go to Jersey Mike's. Buy a sub. Say, hey, we want to thank you, for doing this, for sponsoring these games. I know it's not easy right now. Let us do our part. They got good subs, too. Better than that. I got to look around. I got to make sure that there's no other sub places sponsored before I start running my mouth. But yeah, give them your support. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here. It's our first half of the intra-squad scrimmage. Right now, the white team with the 5-point lead. Shackelford missed both free throws, tipped for the rebound, and Anthony tried to save it, but it goes out of bounds. So we will have... Yeah, letting the ball roll with the running clock really doesn't do much. I guess it keeps the shot clock from starting for Dixon. You got Dixon, Cousin, Hancock. It's going to be hard to set the 5. These two teams are playing really fast right now. Shot clock went off there, reset though, and it came back about right. How about that by Green? They're going to count the bucket. Nice hesitation there from Tylen Green. If you're just joining us, Brunswick scrimmaged Combine Academy 4 25-minute games. They won the first game 45 to 34. 45 points in 25 minutes is not bad. They scored 35 in a 12-point win in Game 2. Brunswick also won Game 3 by 10, 43 to 33. And Game 4, 39 to 32. So Brunswick sweeping Combine this afternoon and getting a little extra work here in this intra-squad scrimmage. Shackelford, had it blocked, but staying with it, the blue team, and Green gets the dunk. Haddon into the forecourt. He's had the hot hand for the white team. All tied at 27, 3:21 remaining. Dixon between the circles. Shot clock is at 12. Gets a screen, open look off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound. There have been a lot of offensive rebounds, and the handoff to Hancock with the two-hand jam. We have seen a lot of offensive rebounds here, really in the 4 games against Combine for both teams, and then here in this inter-squad scrimmage here in the first half so far. Johnson on the right. This is Kuntz from deep. Yes, Christian Kuntz stays hot. Boy, that kid reminds me a little bit of Jeremiah Pope from last year. Just a deadly scorer. Attacking and scoring is Shackelford. Blue team starting to push away a little bit. Defensive foul there on Anthony for the blue team. More shuffling of players. Reese McDonald comes in for Dixon for the white team. And Spain returns for the white team as well. Green's going to check out now for the blue team. Fronbarger has come in. Fronbarger playing with Shackelford. We've seen it a little bit here today. An interesting combo. That was Lawson with the bucket, I believe, for the white team to cut it to a 1-point game. Score not really as important as getting these kids some work in, some time the ball. Petrie for 3. Around the world, no. Cousin with the rebound. I like Trey Cousin. He's 6'4", but he can do a little bit of everything. He can rebound, run the point, shoot the 3, defend underneath, crash the glass. Right now, 32-31. Inside a minute to go. We have a player shaken up for the white team. I believe it's Spain. So the clock will stop with a minute left to go. Hopefully Cameron Spain is okay as he got knocked. We'll take a break here and come back in a moment. Well, the good news is Spain looks like he's okay. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody getting hurt in a situation like this. There's always risk to it. You have to be able to condition these guys and get them ready to go. For now, Spain will head to the bench, but like I said, he looks okay. That's the schedule. Tentatively, everything in life right now is tentative, it seems like. So just that's the plans, though, for streaming. White team with the basketball. They trail by 1, leading most of this first half. Inside a minute to play. We'll probably have another 5-minute break between halves. Step back 3 is good. Reese McDonald. He shot 30% from downtown last year, and a couple of scrimmages now that we've seen, he's really improved that. That shot looks better to me. Anthony top of the key from Johnson. Johnson takes it. He's been attacking. These are guys, Jalen Johnson, trying to put on a clinic. Last shot time of the first half, if the white team wants it. Reese McDonald being hounded by Anthony. Gets around him. Now driving on Frombarger. Puts it up, no. And that is going to do it. Did they call a foul? There's 0.6 of a second left. I believe they might have called a foul or something. I'm not sure. Did somebody call timeout? Yeah, it looks like there was a timeout called with 0.6 of a second. So they're going to reset it to 0.8, but I mean, it would be a heave at best. Nice competitive first half, all tied at 34 apiece. We'll come back to close out the half here in just a moment. Thanks to Jersey Mike Subs in Charlotte for sponsoring today's Dolphins scrimmages. We have had quite the marathon of basketball. So they set the clock at 2. Opportunity, Petrie at the buzzer, can't get it. So all tied at 34 at the half. We'll take a short break, come back and bring you the final 25-minute period here in this intra-squad scrimmage. You're watching Dolphins basketball on YouTube. Don't forget, folks, if you can, subscribe to that YouTube channel today and tell your friends to do the same. We'll be back. Sorry about that, folks. They started the second half without me, so they have a minute 24 on the game clock. I'm not sure if we're going to have a second half or not, as Anthony gets the bucket from the left block. They might just trying to determine a winner here. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but yeah, there's only a minute on the clock, so they might just want to try to get a winner here and then wrap it up, which is okay with me. Appreciate all you who have stuck around for so long, though. Watched a lot of basketball today. The average time is about a half hour for each of you watching today, so thanks for hanging out with us. It's been fun. McDonald throws it up, put back no. Shackelford the rebound, then he lost it. Another turnaround shot. That time, was that Spain or Hancock? It's a little difficult to see with the jerseys the way they are. So apologies if I make that mistake. Johnson has had the hot hand for the blue team along with Christian Kuntz, who I don't think is on the floor right now. That was poked away by Hancock. So we thought we were getting an extra 25-minute period. Again, I don't know that that's the case anymore. It's been about 3 hours of basketball already, so there's 10.5 on the clock right now. The blue team leads by 2. They have the basketball. We'll see what happens when the clock hits 0. I don't know. So the clock expires, and well, it doesn't look like we're done. No idea, folks. I'm just along for the ride. However long this goes, we'll be here. Oh, there's 3 seconds, so an opportunity maybe now for the white team, but do they turn it over here? Looks like the white team's going to call timeout. So, okay, and this is just me guessing, but I believe there's 3 seconds left. The white team has the ball. They trail by 2. And we might be wrapping this one up. Again, join us next Saturday. Scrimmage against Patrick Henry from Virginia Community College there, coming down to take on the Dolphins. We'll have that one for you. That is a 1:30 game, I believe, coming up next Saturday, and then that's it until January. We'll have the January 16th scrimmage against Wake Tech before starting the regular season on January 22nd, and I'm real concerned about the holidays and what that's going to do. Folks, be safe. Keep these kids safe. Keep yourself safe. Keep your community safe so that we can have all of these games happen. I'm a pessimist by nature, being from Cleveland, Ohio. You grow up with that. Okay, so we have 3.3 seconds. White team with the basketball. They trail by 2. It's going to be Cousin to inbound it. Hancock's out there. Johnson's out there. I believe Lawson is out there with Reese McDonald. Inbound goes to Lawson. Lawson tries to beat the clock. Can't do it. And it looks like the blue team has won. Assuming that we're done, which I believe we are, 36-34 is going to be your final. The blue team comes from behind to win the inter-squad scrimmage. I guess we're done because they cut the video, so that's going to wrap it for us. Again, folks, next Saturday we have Patrick Henry Community College coming to town. Brunswick will take them on at 1:30 your time, so be sure to come on back for that. Thanks for sticking around all afternoon with me, folks. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk again next weekend.